What is the saddest thought we were friends moment? 4th grade. It was my best friend's birthday. She had recently transitioned to homeschooling. Up until she was in homeschooling, we spent most days together and every single weekend. When she moved to homeschooling, we only hung out every other weekend or so because she was busy with school. I gave her a call to wish her a happy birthday. She was in the middle of her birthday party. She had invited all of her friends, which I then figured out I wasn't one of. I was in about 4th grade when a girl who lived down the street, who I thought was my friend, had her birthday party. I had no idea about it. Apparently her mom looked around at the party and was like, "Kelsey, where is Op? Could she not come?" And then Kelsey revealed that she hadn't invited me. So her mom promptly called my mom and apologized and asked her to bring me over. So I found out about the party. Found out she had not invited me on purpose. And then was forced to show up to the party already in progress where I wasn't wanted by the birthday girl. It was so awkward and awful. Her mom and my mom were both trying to do the right thing, or whatever. Kelsey was mad and even told me that I ruined her party and I was forced into an uncomfortable social situation. Super sorry about that. Those kinds of moments really suck. In 2nd grade, I gave my best friend one half of a best friend's necklace. At recess that day, she came over to me and asked to see my half to show this other girl in our class. She gave my half to the other girl and we never spoke again. When I was about 8, my auntie took me to Florida, America on holiday. Disneyland, Universal Studios, Wet n Wild, etc. And I brought my best mate a key ring back, and after I gave it to her, I overheard her offering it to someone else. I was heartbroken, but I now realize that she was probably jealous, as we lived in a deprived area and a holiday to America was really out of the ordinary. Sad and warm altogether. We had to pick partners for dodgeball in like 5th grade. So I went to ask my friend. He told me, "Hey, wait a second. I just gotta check something," and then asked literally *5* other students until one finally accepted to pair with "Hi monsieur, I had to play with the fucking teacher on that round." What version of dodgeball needs partners? 2v2 dodgeball, that was what we used to play back when I was in school at least. I was with a group of people when one person mocked me by saying, "You don't have any friends." So I turned to my friend next to me and said, "He's my friend," but he jokingly said, "I'm not your friend." Was pretty humiliated and disappointed at the same time. Very sad to hear that. I hope you have better friends now. This happened when I was 12. I had just moved schools, but I still tried my best to hang out and keep in contact with all my other friends. After a month or so, it was one of my best friend's birthday and everyone was invited except me. I ended up asking to come too, which wasn't a big deal since we usually turned up at each other's houses all the time anyway, and I didn't want to miss out on the fun. So I go, and we genuinely had a great time until it was around 8 o'clock-ish and one of them asked me when I was going home. I decided that my parents hadn't given me a time I needed to arrive home by, so I said that I would leave when everyone else did. This is how it usually went, as I didn't live that far, so it wouldn't take long for me to get back on my way. A couple hours rolled past and it's now pitch black outside. Nobody had left, so I ask when everyone else is planning on leaving to head back home, and it's now that they all say that they're actually there to have a sleepover, except me. So I start heading back home all by myself, and I must have taken a wrong turn because I got lost and didn't know where I was. I went to call my mom to pick me up, but my phone was very conveniently out of charge. I wandered around for ages before finally finding a road I was familiar with, and I sprinted back home, as it would take another half hour to get back home from where I was now, and I didn't want my parents to panic. I get home still crying and out of breath just as my mom was leaving in the car to drive around and come and find me. That was fun. Oh man, sad face. That's so sad, I can't imagine it. friend I thought I had when I was a kid shot me in the chest with a BB gun once. Pretty much lured me into the woods to do it too. That ended things pretty quickly. Well, what a psycho. I got shot in the stomach with a BB once at point-blank range by my high school boyfriend. He had it pressed directly muzzle to belly. He said it was an accident, but I don't think so. A college friend asked to borrow $500, with a promise to pay it back in full 1 month later. At the time, it was nearly all the money I had, so it was a sacrifice to loan it. After nearly 3 months went by, I finally asked him to please repay the loan as I needed it for expenses. He said, "Hate to break it, yeah, but it's not gonna happen." So I said, "Whatever problem you're facing, I wish you good luck with it. No need to pay me back." He didn't even thank me. Never heard from him again. Not 100% sure, but I believe that his verbal consent to pay you back the money means you are allowed to file a lawsuit against Monsieur. Greater than, he said. "Hate to break it, yeah, but it's not gonna happen. It's one thing to not be able to pay it back and being apologetic, but that's just straight fucking disrespect and then some. Really should have whooped his ass for that. Kinda in reverse of what the question asked. But here goes. In 6th grade, someone asked me and this other kid if we were friends. We both said, yeah. Then he asked if we were best friends and I said, no, at the same time as he said, yes. Felt like complete shit. I did something shitty too. I was in this hotel lobby waiting and this friendly kid sits down right beside me to chat. I just get up and leave. When one of my actual friends and I were chatting one day about someone I thought was a mutual friend. My actual friend said, "Dude, when does he call you? When he needs something from you. That's it. He doesn't hang out and laugh like we do. He's not your friend and he's not mine either. If he was a real friend, he'd hang out when he didn't need a favor specifically from you." Actual friend was right. This is what's happening with my brother right now. I'm a triplet and we all just graduated undergrad. When I'm home this summer, the guy won't leave his room, then asks me why I didn't help him with his computer build. He never asked. I hadn't even seen him that day. He then told me to find him the next day to help Monsieur, because I know where he is and he doesn't want to ask me. I'll text and call to try and catch up when I'm out of town, but he only ever responds when he needs advice or help. It's especially troubling because this change happened in the last 2 years. We all three used to be super close. Now this brother barely talks unless he gets something out of it with me. My other brother and our friend, neighbor are both getting more and more concerned. Dude did a lot of psychedelics and weed in college and it's hard to tell if his personality if naturally changing or if something has truly gone a bit wrong. Feels like losing a friend. Edit. Spelling. Wasn't invited to the birthday party. It was a very big part too. I feel that so much. Not same but similar vibe. A friend of mine and I shared nearly the same birthday. I had mine planned out for months already, and she invited me and my other friends in that school. Last minute, pretty much with the condition that I completely ditch my own party. I said I couldn't do that. It was planned already. Everything was set. Edit. She also never offered to move hers. I had to ditch mine or be alone. None of my friends from there came. They all went to her party. Afterwards they cut me out of everything else as well. Felt like I wasn't even invited. As I said, not the same, but similar outcome. When you're always there for them, but the minute you need them for something they cannot make any time for you. Every single fucking time. Realizing almost no one you've known was your friend, but was friendly with you out of desperate loneliness or coincidental life circumstances. I think I've had a half-dozen friends in my life. Perhaps worse is looking back and realizing what a needy pain in the ass you were to everyone around you. When I was in 5th grade, my best friend moved to another area of town in another school. but we both still played soccer. So a game was coming up where we were going to be playing each other. I was so excited to see her. When the day finally arrived, before the game, we saw each other from afar, and started running toward one another. It was going to be the world's biggest hug, and I was ready for it. And then, she ran right past me, to someone else. I was standing there with my arms out for nothing. I was devastated. When I was 21, I had been dating this guy. We were living together and everything. He seemed super nice. Came off as so charming to everyone. Good looking. Nice. Good family. Anyways, one day I come home from work and I notice all his stuff is gone. I was devastated because there was no indication anything was wrong before he left. He just up and left. Completely ghosted me. During the time I dated this guy, the first introduced him to my closest friend group, one of whom was my best friend since grade school. This breakup really rocked me. Ended up going to the hospital and everything. So, a week after the breakup, my best friend, and my other close friend at the time, told me that I should meet X's new girlfriend because she's so nice and I'd really like her. They also told me I should stop being so sad and move on already. It was one of the most heartbreaking experiences in my life, and I've been through some pretty messed up stuff. Needless to say, I don't talk to any of those people anymore, and the ex married that girlfriend. Fuck them all, haha. Edit. Can't spell. What the fuck? Yeah, they sucked. After I told them all to go kick rocks, a month or two later the former best friend sent me this random Facebook message that she'll always love me and care about me. I once again told her to fuck off, haha. My friend, who had been complaining about having to spend 2 days with her boyfriend, asked me for my opinion of them moving in together. I mean, you got annoyed with him after 2 days into your vacation. So, well, I get annoyed with you after 2 hours, so. I flinched. Our friendship never recovered after that. This happened about a week ago. I met this really cute girl through one of my friends and we started to talk a lot. I had a little crush on her and apparently she did too. I took the time to get to know her and one day finally decided to ask her out. She said if I made her a song. I'm a small artist. I thought it wasn't a big deal and I got to work. The friend who introduced her to me told me she was just playing me, so I asked her about it. It took her a couple of days to give a complete answer, but she told me she was just playing. I was so sad. But that's not even the worst part. A couple of days later I struck up a conversation with her about the situation and asked if we could still be friends. And she replied with, "Still? I'm still broken from this whole thing and have lost a lot of confidence when I'm around girls. She's being shitty because her life is shitty. You're better off." Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.